Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff, folks. I let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious crap that, I'm hoping is particularly fantastic today because it also happens to be my lunch. So, let's hope for the best. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm in the truck because I went out to a place and I found a thing. I actually wasn't planning to do a video today, but I decided to hop on over, grab some grub, saw that they had some stuff that I was like, okay, and here we are. Whilst here I aming, also wearing a cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing? Boom! I'm still wearing my Puppet Master shirt. I shouldn't say still. This is a new series of videos, but I've worn this shirt before in other videos, so... Puppet Master, if you're not familiar, really fun horror movie series, kind of like late 80s, early 90s. It's technically still around, but they haven't put out a good movie in a long time, so... Yeah, about to number 6 is typically where you want to go. 7 is okay, it's reasonable. You can do that one, and it's kind of in a similar vein. After that, there's not much point. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, like I said, I went out for some lunch. And I was mulling over my options. I was like, I want to do McDonald's or Burger King. I've done some, trying to work it out. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll go to Arby. So, boom! The fuck is this? This is a brand new menu item. Yeah. Okay. A little bit messier than I thought. Okay, what the... Tomato. Tomato tastes okay. This, folks, is the Arby's Cajun fish wrap. It wasn't anything I was expecting. I haven't heard anything about it. Like I said, I just popped over to Arby's and was like, you know what? Sure, why the hell not? I like fish. I like Cajun style stuff. Seems like it should work out pretty well. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. And like I said, hopefully it'll be delicious because this is what I'm eating for the day. So, okay. I'll go with the smaller one. Look at it. Fish in there. All right. Okay. It's not bad. I personally, I would have liked the fish to be a little bit crispier. It's like it's not very crispy at all. It's some sort of a white fish, which is expected. I think almost all, if not all, like fish when used in fast food type settings is some sort of whitefish. Yeah, it's okay. The flavor overall is pretty decent. It has a decent kind of fresh taste to it. The lettuce, the tomato. Okay. The main thing, of course, has to be highlighted is the Cajun aspect and the fish aspect. How do those play out? There is something to effect of a quote-unquote Cajun aspect to it. But it's mostly just kind of like sort of a mild spiciness. It gives it a little extra kick. Kind of helps highlight against the, like the freshness of the vegetables. So it's there. But I wouldn't, I mean, having never been in a proper Cajun setting, I can't, claim to have had like super authentic Cajun stuff, but I've had, Cajun style outings at other locations. So that's what I have to compare it to. In that regard, it's sadly pretty weak. I mean, it's there. It does offer a little extra taste, a little extra kick. But does it scream Cajun at me? No, absolutely not. And then, so the fish itself, it's not bad, but the problem is it's just not a particularly prominent taste either within everything. It's probably out of the vegetables, the wrap, and the Cajun aspect of it, it's probably the weakest taste. Like, it's a pretty weak tasting fish, which is, again, really kind of a shame because I think Cajun fish, yeah, if you do that right, that could have been really nice. It could have been really cool to work with. And typically, I've done, mellow yellow. I've done other reviews for Arby's stuff, and, I typically like Arby's. Like, they get a certain amount of shit, but, like, I'm not gonna fall in line with that. And not just to be a contrarian, because for the longest time, I definitely did fall into that trapping, and, kind of just crapped on Arby's for the sake of crapping on them. And then when I actually started, like, going there on a, semi-regular basis, kind of trying out different menu items, it's like, yeah, they're not all winners. That's for damn sure. I've had some very disappointing Arby's outings. But I think that that's kind of true of almost any, especially like a fast food type thing. You're just going to have times where, maybe the item itself didn't work out, or maybe the way it was prepared, something like that. But this as an item, I was pretty excited for. It sounded really good, but it's just kind of there, sadly. Like I said, the Cajun aspect isn't really Cajun-y enough. Not even close. I think if you're somebody who is attuned to proper Cajun, seasonings and flavors and stuff, I would have to imagine you would be outright appalled by this, because it's just, yeah, it is, to call it Cajun style is kind of an insult to, like, the entire run of Cajun cuisine. And mind you, it's fast food, so, like, I'm not expecting super authentic or anything like that, but this is, at least in the instance where I've had it, you just saw me wolf it down, it's pretty weak. And then, like I said, I mean, after that, the strength of it has to be on the fish, and the fish was just kind of there. It wasn't, if it had been crispy, to give it some extra texture, I think that would have been really nice. And it just, yeah, it was very underwhelming. And, like, I'm somebody, I like fish. I'm a, big fish fan. I don't eat it nearly as much as I'd like. But even in a fast food type setting, I'll go get a fillet of fish from McDonald's every now and again. And I actually do enjoy them for what they are. They're not, super duper high quality or anything, but there's a certain nostalgia there to them. And I don't mind the taste of what they're presenting. Well, I don't mind the taste of this. It's almost ethereal. It kind of happened and then I ate it. I don't have a particular, even having only ate, you saw me eat it. It was just minutes ago. It didn't really leave an impact. It just kind of happened and now it's in my stomach. So, yeah, that's really disappointing. Because, like I said, I mean, it's not bad, but it's just so meh. It is pretty much the personification. And it's sad because I think that if they'd done it right and really put in the effort, because that's the thing with Arby's, I think when they actually put in the effort, okay, like when they went over there and they did they did like a prime rib sandwich, to go over there and kind of poke fun at McDonald's a little bit with the McRib. I did a video on that if you're interested. That was a really nice setup. Then they went over there, they did a Wagyu or Wagyu steak burger. That was, again, because there was an extra level of effort. And I think that that's what Arby's at their best really does, is they go over there, they offer a slightly elevated fast food experience compared to their contemporaries. They were trying to do that with this, but it just didn't land. The seasoning needed to be better, the fish needed to have better flavor, and again, for me personally, I would have liked to have seen them, maybe crisp it up or something like that, just to kind of give it some bite. But, yeah, I mean, for all those reasons, I can't really recommend it. It's not bad. It's a limited time item. I mean, try it if you want, but there on no level did this succeed for me. It wasn't great from a fish aspect. Wasn't great from a Cajun aspect. Probably the best tasting thing were the vegetables. And even those, I mean, they weren't, they were okay. They tasted fresh, but like I've certainly had better tasting vegetables, even in fast food items. It's one of those things, I think if they tweaked it and actually took it back in-house and worked on it, I think it could actually work really well and be a nice item, but I don't think they're going to bother, and it just kind of is what it is, unfortunately. So, anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this review. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a truly, truly Cajun rest of your life. Because when it's done right, folks, and again, I'm just going off, the stuff that I've had. That's pretty damn phenomenal, right? I think that's work. Yeah. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time, folks. Here's what you do. You try not to be an asshole. It's not always possible, folks. It's difficult. So I put try at the front of it. That's very intentional. Because we go over there, we live our lives. We're faced with all kinds of challenges every single day. It can, really dig us into the ground, and then, you get frustrated or depressed or, and sometimes that asshole comes out whether you want it to or not. But if we try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, I think that makes things better for everybody. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try the Arby's Cajun fish sandwich. And maybe you're over there and you've got some proper Cajun background. You're going to go over there and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to make this better. I'm going to go over there and make this properly Cajun. We're going to get it done. You're going to work on it. You're going to come up with it. Present it to the folks at Arby's. And Arby's, they're going to be so flabbergasted with how fantastic it is. They're going to go over there. They're going to make it a constant menu item. Become the new face of the company. I mean, they don't even have a mascot. They just have a cowboy hat. Or conversely, you could go over there, do something, considerably more practical, like, I don't know, what's a thing that you could do? I don't know, go to medical school or something like that, the doctors and all that stuff and everything. Or just, hell, go back to school in general. It's expensive, unfortunately, but, bye.